Sunday night sound session with John Moore and DJ Hyphen on KUBE 93.
Yeah, I think his intentions were good, and I told him that when I spoke to him. Mm-hmm. My problem with it became a problem with me after I had a conversation with him, and he told me that he was going to apologize via Twitter because it started up via Twitter.
Yep.
I said, just go back on Twitter and just make everything right. Give an apology, where he gave kind of like a half apology. You got to understand, the people that I was talking to get them off of him, they don't like him. They don't want to like him. You know what I mean? Their thing is they love Dilla. They love the city. And Detroit is a whole nother area. You know, so a lot of people get that misconstrued. They don't really know too much about Detroit. And they don't understand why people go so hard for our fallen soldiers and for just the overall look of our city. So,
yeah,
you know, I had to explain to them it's coming from a good place, like you said. He meant well. He didn't mean no disrespect. He's just, it was kind of like the way that he responded to it when they said something, the way he responded to them. Everything he said in return was just making it worse. It was kind of like he was digging a hole. So I talked to him, and he understood. Like, he told me, he was like, okay, Royce, now I get it. I'm going to go and I'm going to apologize. He gave a kind of half apology, but it still would have been okay if he could have just not said nothing else, because I told him, don't say nothing else after the apology. He said, I won't speak on it no more. And I said, it'll just go away. You know what I mean? So the next day, I look on Twitter, and the first thing I see is Harlem is mad because we lost Max B, and Detroit is mad because they lost J Dilla. I guess we even. So when I seen that comment, it was like, all right, well, now I'm offended. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like I'm offended like I want to do something to him. I'm offended because now you got me looking crazy because I didn't automatically jump on the defensive with my city. I played a more neutral role, and I'm not normally a neutral dude. So I had to take a stance to let him know, like, look, I'm on this side 100% always until I die. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna protect you. I can guide you as an OG, somebody that's been somewhat like you before. I used to just say things. You know what I'm saying? I used to just, my intelligence used to get the best of me because I used to just overanalyze everything and be like, why is everybody looking at me like this? All I said was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so after that, you know, I gave him a couple lines on the freestyle.
Yeah, I remember those. Yeah.
And then I just didn't hear nothing else from him. I hope those lines in the freestyle ain't the reason why he went into this hibernation. I hope he didn't think that, you know, I had a problem with him in the streets, and then I just had to let him know what it was. But, you know, in terms of anything else, I don't have no problem with Charles. I think he just made a bad judgment call, and I think sometimes his mouth just gets the best of every situation. My thing is, man, the Slaughterhouse album, it didn't take me as much thought because there's 3 other crazy MCs in there. You know, I don't have to overthink things because all I got to do is just think for a fourth of us. You know what I'm saying? So all I got to do is just do my part.
Just insert.
It's
dope
3 other guys
here.
doing their part. So it's just like it's less work for me. With my album, you know, it takes more thought. Like I got to do the stories, and you know, I got to really go there with it, like the way I see a solo hip hop album being. You know, so this album is like a stepping stone for me. You know, it's an independent project, hopefully, before I jump into a major label situation. So, you know, I want people to look at it and listen to it, and hopefully they'll say that it's somewhere close to classic, if not that, because that's what I'm shooting for. Yeah, I got Fonte, Buster, my little brother Kid Vicious. He's on the rise. Look out for him.
He's been dope, too.
Yeah, Vish been doing his thing, but he's he's one of them dudes who he gets better, fast, leaps and bounds, you know what I'm saying? I got the OG Bun B on there. Who am I missing? I got Crook. Crook is actually remix. He's on the album version of Gun Harmonizer. I got Joel Ortiz on the Hood Love joint with Bun B. Who am I forgetting? I always forget somebody. I got Jungle Rock Jr. That's formerly Chip Fu the Fooshnickens.
Oh, word.
Yeah, he's a reggae artist now, so I got him on there.
Is he doing like a verse or just a hook?
He's doing a hook.
Okay.
He's doing a
That'll
hook.
come out hot.
Yeah, I think that's it. I got Street Runner on the production. Shout out to Street Runner. I got my man Knots, Carlos 6 July Brody, of course, Preem, as y'all know. Mr. Porter came through and did cleanup for me. Shout out to Mr. Porter. He's executive producing my whole next album.
Mr. Porter is?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
That's my man. Like, that dude is very insightful.
How
He's
so?
one of them dudes you'll talk to. He just know everything about everything. He one of them dudes, man. Like he spent a lot of time around Dre, and he still is. But he spends time around Dre, but he don't let the time be for nothing. Like he takes something away from it. I could see him being like a Dr. Dre in a few years. You know what I'm saying? Or at least starting to lay the platform to build that house to be that type of producer sometime in the future. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
speaking of Dre, what's your relationship like with Dre these days? I know there was so much made when, you know, you had done some stuff for him back on the 2001 record, and there was all sorts of rumors on, that he wants to sign him, but he doesn't want to not work with his manager and blah, blah, blah. Like, have you talked to Dre at all recently?
I haven't talked to Dre in years. But you know what? We never stopped talking on bad terms. Me and Dre have never been on bad terms. So I look at it like, man, like you lose touch with a lot of homies. You know what I'm saying? And I always look at it like, well, however we was when I saw you last, I'm just going to assume that's how we are now. So I can only say we good. Because I know I sleep good at night. I know I never did nothing to Dre. He know he never did nothing to me. So I got to say we good, man. We good.
And the people who are lucky enough to download The Way I Be Pimpin' and songs like that are good as well, because those are like the Napster days. Those are classics. So when you look at your catalog, man, do you feel like you have much left to prove?
I feel like I got a lot to prove. I got a lot to prove. I want the whole world to be saying, yo, he's one of the best, or at least has the potential to be. You know, I can always get better, but I just want people to see the improvement. You know, I'm very happy with myself from where I was back in the day to the way I sound now. Just technically, I know how I want things to sound. You know, I have a direction that I can go now. You know, and with hip hop being the way it is, the huge void in the marketplace, creatively, it's helping me too, because I can just actually do me, and it sounds like something that people aren't doing anymore, like a lost art, like the storytelling and just. If you listen to the Life After Death album, to me, in my mind, that's what every hip-hop album should sound like.
Yeah, it's so cinematic.
Yeah, it's like you got the stories, you got the straight-up spitting records, you got the party records. It's so versatile, but it's one artist, and all of these parts are parts of this artist. He's not reaching. I think every human being has a lot of sides to him.
Yep.
And I think as an artist, you're just supposed to bring that out.
And 6 July did some of those records, right?
A lot of them.
Yeah, I was going to say, he did a bulk of that album.
Yes, sir.
Nice. All right, is there going to be a Bar Exam 3 anytime soon?
Yeah, it's going to be a Bar Exam 3, definitely. I'm going to keep doing those, man. That's easy work for me. Like, I can do a Bar Exam in 2 weeks. I normally just knock those out, like, in 2 weeks.
Wow.
I had to actually finish up the album, and I got to get in there. I don't know how soon Slaughterhouse is going to be in the studio working on the next album. If I got, like, a 2-week window before the Slaughterhouse album, I might just go in there and knock it out.
It's a little embarrassing to the rest of the rappers out there that in 2 weeks, you can record a mixtape like Bar Exam and murder 85% of the people's album. That's kind of scary, actually, for the rest of people.
Well, it's one of those albums that you can actually compare to food. You know? Don't compare it to other music. Compare it to your favorite food. Everybody loves food. Like, when's the last time an artist came in and said something like that?
Yeah, that's the first one I've heard.
So prolific. Yeah, don't compare it to another rapper. Compare it to your what you like eating the most. Compare it to that. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but I mean, yo, you just gotta listen. If you follow me, you follow the downloads, everything on the net. You know, I just been putting out good music. If you look on the biggest site, Hip Hop DX, I'm on there dominating. It's a reason for that. Because it wasn't always like that. So, you know, the music just speaks for itself.
Cop that. DJ Hyphen, J Moore, Sunday Night Sound Session. Royce, thanks so much for coming through again,
Thank you for having me. Yes.
Sunday Night Sound Session with John Moore and DJ Hyphen on KUBE 93.